Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jason, Charlie Echo 3, stroke N5NU. I'm at a park just outside of Santiago, Chile, here in the community of Las Condes. I've put up the biggest antenna I've ever put up for portable use here, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about it. All right, I had to take a few steps back here to get the entire thing in the frame here. There it is. I put up a 3-element parasitic vertical array for 20 meters today. I've been playing around with it. It is fixed toward Europe, which is right toward that big hill. I'm obstructed, unfortunately, toward Europe. But wanted to walk you guys through it here. I've got the director, which is about 6% shorter than the driven element. I've got a pair of radios here. I'm borrowing a bush over here to put them on and another bush over here. They're 180 degrees apart and attached directly to the director here. I've got the driven element here, goes into a line choke into the coax. The radios here are connected here to the ground. Here's the top of it. It's a Chameleon SS17 whip, and the reflector is 17 feet 4 inches from the driven element, and it's about 2% longer according to Greg KJ6ER's design plans. And so this works out. The distance between this director and driven element is a fifth of a wavelength. This is a quarter wavelength. This also has radials that are 180 degrees apart. And so it took a little bit to kind of figure out all the dimensions and get everything dialed in. It's a little bit wonky just because I'm kind of on a slopey hill and I've got a bad leg on this tripod. Okay, I'm here on the bottom end of 20. CW about 1.3 to 1. Let's go up here to the bottom end of 20 sideband. Flat 1 to 1, 14150. Let's go to the top end of 20 phone. About 1.2 to 1. That's really, really wide banded. Look, dude, there's no tuner. This is the coax going straight from the antenna all the way up over here into the back of the rig. There's nothing here to tune or alter anything. Okay, so last week Greg KJ6ER sent out a 15-page outline of everything you could possibly want to know about parasitic vertical arrays. And so his is for 2-element. Most of this is about 2-element parasitic arrays. However, toward the end of it, there's a thing for a 3-element, which details director, radiator, and reflector. Okay, quick update. I went and turned the antenna, if you know what I mean. I moved this director and the reflector. I moved the tripods with these whips on it over, moved all the radios and stuff. You think, oh man, I ate up a whole bunch of time. Yeah, it took 5 minutes or so. Really, it didn't take that long. I had a pretty clear idea what I wanted to do and how to do it, so it wasn't that bad. I've got it facing now toward the US, and going to put out a few calls and see if any of the RBNs pick me up toward the US. Okay, so I filtered out here. I've got 2 pages I want to show you. There's the spots from North America, and most of them, if you average them out, they're about 15 dB over the noise level. And so it's good from my experience, S5, S6 signal reports, give or take, something like that. There is one interesting one I want to pull your attention to. Is one here at the very bottom by AC0C-1. That was at 2157. And it was a spot for 6 dB over the noise level, which is really just S2, S3, not real strong at all. And what's interesting to me is that during this time, this array was actually facing toward Europe, and this was the only spot from North America during this time. It wasn't until 2230 that I actually got up and went and moved the array to where steered it to where it was facing the US. And so these other spots were after that. Okay, so look at this other page. I did a filter of the RBN spots from Europe. And so all of these were before 2230. There's only one spot from Europe that was actually after 2230 Zulu, and it was by DF2CK, and it was for 13 dB over the noise level. What's interesting is that if you look at the previous spots from DF2CK, you can see that they're 18, 19, 20 dB over the noise level. It has me, after I moved it toward the US, it had me quite a bit weaker, and it was the only one that picked me up. And so, what does this prove? It proves that a couple things. I would say that the array is directional. I think it has that without a doubt. I would also say a contributing factor is that the band changed. And so, as the band started to close toward Europe, I got up and put it toward the US. Oh, yes. One more interesting factoid I thought I'd share is that after I switched the antenna toward the US, I was heard in China. Actually, two different times. There's two different spots about 15 minutes apart. Yeah, pretty cool. I don't know what path that was or anything like that, but yeah, overall, great experience with the antenna. It certainly bears more experimentation out in the field. I want to produce another video in the future detailing some of the specifics of my construction and some of the dimensions, etc. So, but for now, thank you very much for watching. And 73, we'll see you in another one. Bye bye.